Hello again, folks. Create myself a little bit of space here. Yeah, what was I going to say? Yeah, that was it. I'm back. I'm going to try not. Yeah. So the other day I did a little review on, which gun was it? It was the P99. Yeah, because of the PPQ and the P99. The P99 that I showed you the other day was a Umarex one, and during that video I did mention they did an early variant of the P99 as well. So I found the other day that it was actually available somewhere, the early variant of the P99. But then also, with a stroke of luck, somebody contacted me, a picture popped up of the TM catalogue with a USP. And lo and behold, they also had a few other bits as well. And one of those bits was an early HFC P99, fully traded. So, well, of course I took it. Here's a box here. It doesn't actually say it's HFC anywhere on the box, it's just unbranded as far as things go. Did come with two back straps as well, the large back strap which I have on the gun now, and the small back strap, which is nice. But yeah, the box is fairly plain, all in French, so maybe a Cybergun licensed version, possibly. But anyway, enough of the boxes. Here's the gun. This is the HFC early variant P99 with all the trades on. I say all the trades, it does have some airsofty trades, as we have come to expect of these models. All in all, it is very similar in design to the Umarex models, with a few slight differences. I haven't had hands-on of the early variant version of Umarex's P99. Whether it's similar to this or not, I'm not sure. But what I can say is it's very similar, but with a few tweaks. From my later variant P99, and this is the one that I have in parts, the innards aren't completely compatible because I did want to swap some bits over from this, and I did manage to swap one piece over, and that was the backstop for the spring guide. I did have to modify the spring guide to fit in it out the Umarex one, because I swapped it because, to be honest, it's a little bit pathetic, and the Umarex one is made out of metal. The Umarex has more metal parts on it, the later variant version anyway. I'm not sure on the early variant version, might even be a direct copy of this, so who knows. The mags don't quite fit. They're very, very similar, but the reason the mags don't fit is because of some slight shaping issues with just the bottom part of the magwell here, just at the back. It's just got two little bits that come forward either side, which stops you fitting the Umarex mags. But all in all, they're pretty much identical. Magazine is 13 BBs, like the Umarex. It's got the slide stop on there. Different type of slide stop to the later variant one. That's the later variant one. It kind of sticks in there-ish on the side of the frame, just here. A bit more of a conventional lock. This is similar to sort of a Glock-esque style slide lock, I suppose. Performance-wise, when I got this, it was not even hopping 1-2s. It does have a hop in it, but it wasn't even engaging the BBs. And this gun does strip, but even though it strips, and it actually strips much nicer than the Umarex version, it's really quite a pain to get that down on the Umarex version. This comes apart quite easily. There you can see the Umarex metal backstop for the spring guide there. The spring, although it seemed okay, I think it's a relatively weak spring, which in all doesn't add for much range, even with me tweaking the hop. And the tweaking of the hop was made awkward by the fact you couldn't get the inner barrel out. It's all glued into position, and basically I had to sort of wedge the rubber down and wedge a piece of plastic just behind the rubber just to give it that extra bit of pressure to engage the hop a little bit more and bring the hop mound into the hop window more. So basically it hops 2 5s now, but it only chucks them about 20 metres or so. The chamber there, it does have a little Walther trade on it, and also 6mm BB written on the side there. So not perfectly traded on the chamber, but better than nothing. As the Walther logo on the side there, and P99. Comparing that to Umarex's trade that they've done, the actual Walther trade and the P99 trade, to be fair, are much more sharply done on the HFC slide. I did add the dots myself onto the slide. The piston and the chamber, so to speak, yeah, well, it is a piston head, should I say, is completely different to, come on out, to the Umarex one. That I did manage to fit. Don't fall on the floor. What's that one? I did manage to fit the metal spring guide out of the Umarex in this, which was, well, straightforward really. Put that back together. So yeah, I got the metal spring guide in here and the trigger unit and backstop to the spring guide. As per the Umarex ones, little back piece in. As per the Umarex ones, it does have a cocking indicator when you cock it, which goes into position and disappears when you pull the trigger. I did want to fit more of the Umarex parts onto this gun, and I think with a bit of fettling it could be manageable. I did try and make the mag release fit by cutting it down because it has longer arms usually, but it just wasn't quite going, and then yeah, it just didn't work quite right, and then I took it too far and it just wasn't going to work. But all in all, it's quite a pleasing little gun. Oh yeah, that was another thing I managed to fit in it. The weight in the back of the grip of the Umarex version, managed to fit that in there because it's a nicely shaped bigger weight in the back there, and just gives it a little bit more heft. For its general size, it's got a good weight to it. The original magazine that came with it is nice and weighty, is traded on the bottom there as well, P99 Walther on the bottom of it. I did buy another more modern HFC magazine. You'll notice that the more modern magazine has the pull down follower. Doesn't have a lock though, but you can pull it down and fill it from the bottom there. It takes 13, both of them take 13 BBs, but the original magazine has a bigger lump of metal or something in there. Also noticed just now that the more modern magazine is screwed together, whereas this one looks like it's probably glued together. Not that you'd really need to get into it at any point. But yeah, it's quite a cool gun. Performance isn't fantastic, but I've already got nicely performing guns, and for the looks, it's quite a good looking Springer, and a good feel, nice and solid. Don't feel like it's going to break, and yeah, I was quite happy to come by it and get it into my possession. So thank you to the fella that sorted me out. I will mention as well, which something that made me laugh. What's it say on that one? Yeah, this has the proper, basically this little bit at the front of the frame just here has a little Carl Walther sort of trademark by Carl Walther Germany. So that's done properly on that gun. Energy rating just at the back here, whereas this gun, it hasn't got anything at the back, but it has got the little bit with the trade on the frame, but rather than saying Carl Walther etc, it says Carl Yebor, which made me laugh. Yeah, Carl Yebor, make of it what you will. Yeah, interesting little gun. So as always, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. Cheers guys.